The consensus among People's Action Party members is that the party's key challenge ahead is more intense competition in a more challenging domestic environment. That was what PAP chairman Khaw said at the party's awards presentation ceremony on Saturday.
Over the last 7 months, we had extensive consultations with all of you, party activists, at the branch, constituency and district levels. There is a consensus that we have entered a new phase. GE 2011 reflects some permanent changes in our political landscape. The key political challenge in the coming years will be one of more intense competition and in a more challenging domestic environment. We must find ways to improve the lives of our people, and not just those in the lower income, but also in the middle.
Mr. Khaw also said the party will have to adapt itself to better connect with Singaporeans, especially the young.
Beyond developing specific policies to address material issues, we also need to adjust our approach and our style to strengthen the emotional connection with our people. In particular, we must be able to connect with the younger generation, understand their aspirations, engage them, work with them as one Team Singapore to advance the Singapore cause.
372 party members received awards for their contributions and services to the PAP. The highest honour went to Mr. Eric Loh Siak Meng, who received the Meritorious Service Medal, which was started in 2006 and awarded to party members who have made major contributions to the party and Singapore.
He stood for election there twice as our candidate. 2 electoral failures never dampened his spirit. He did his best to win over voters in an opposition ward. He kept up the branch activist morale and fighting spirit. This year, he moved aside for Mr. Desmond Chu to stand in Hougang, guiding him and actively helping out in the GE campaign. Desmond Chu did not win, but gained considerable battle experience. He will be stronger next time to reap the fruits of his and Eric Loh's labour.
Mr. Khaw also paid tribute to party members like the late Mr. Chu Siu Heng, who was among the first generation of party activists in the 1950s, and Marine Parade GRC MP Tin Pei Ling's father.
I met another senior party activist, and this is the father of Miss Tin Pei Ling. He told me of the past of immense hardship and deprivation, living in the rental unit in Chinatown. No beds. They simply slept on the concrete floor. In 1960, his mother, Pei Ling's grandmother, got into a fight with a woman because the latter had badmouthed the PAP and Mr. Lee Kuan Yew. Pei Ling's grandmother has seen how the PAP government has transformed lives. She would not let baseless criticism go unanswered. She is now 95, and I can imagine modern versions and younger versions of her fighting, defending PAP and our record against the cyberbullies in internet. Pei Ling's father ran a busy coffee shop and was extremely short-handed. But every MPS night, his mother would still get him to help in the MPS. The MPS was more important than their coffee shop business.
Party members, including Prime Minister and PAP Secretary-General Lee Hsien Loong, were treated to a medley of performances, from hip-hop dance to a sing-along version of the 1998 National Day song, Home.
This is home, surely, and my senses tell me
The PAP's internal consultations with party members since the general election in May will culminate in the PAP convention on Sunday. Catch Mr. Khaw's full speech in the next two clips.